Hey everyone, it's Amber from The Sensible Mama. It's 5 Ways Wednesday, and today I'm showing you my 5 favorite ways to exercise and sculpt your arms. I know this is not the kind of thing that I usually do for 5 Ways Wednesday, but as you guys have been watching my fitness journey over on Instagram, I've been getting so many questions from you about what I'm doing to tone and sculpt my arms. So I thought today would be a great opportunity for me to show you what I've been doing in that regard. Like every YouTuber, I feel like there are some just disclaimers that I need to give you. The first one is that I am not a trained instructor in any way. I'm not a fitness coach. I don't know anything about coaching, training, nothing. I'm just somebody who has been an athlete most of my life, and I've always been into exercise. So what I'm sharing with you today is stuff that I know works for my body and that I believe is safe for anyone to try. But of course, if you're going to start doing exercise and you haven't done it much in the past, it's never a bad idea to consult with your physician first, just to make sure that your heart and your lungs and everything are healthy and capable of doing that exercise. The last thing that I want to say is that these exercises are not the only things that I do to sculpt my arms. I'm just showing you these things because I want to be sensible, show you things that you can actually do if you're a busy mom who doesn't have a chance to get to the gym, who can't fill your house with the kind of equipment that I have assimilated over all of my years of doing athletics. So I just want to say that cardio is always good. Doing these exercises that I'm about to show you isn't going to do you any good if you're not working on losing weight, losing the fat that's in between your muscles so that they can have a nice defined look. What I'm showing you today are exercises that you can do at home with equipment that you can find at Target or on Amazon that are super easy, that you can even do while your children are playing around. So with that said, I'm going to go get the equipment and show you what that is, and we'll get started. The first set of exercises that I want to show you are all about conditioning your biceps and your shoulders. What I'm going to be using for these is a stretchy elastic band with handles on the end of it. I found that these resistance bands do a really great job helping to sculpt muscles, especially for women, because they give you resistance on the way up and on the way down. What I'm starting off with here is just some basic bicep curls, and I'm holding my elbows into my side a little bit, and as you can see, I'm moving up towards my shoulder, going in like an outward arc to work kind of that outward bicep that you can see flexing here. After that, I like to do another bicep exercise that looks like this, where I'm more working kind of the front of my bicep. And I don't know why I do these alternating, it just is what feels best to me. And these really, really get a great burn in my bicep. I'll try to find the link for the exact resistance band that I'm using here, but if I can't find that, I'll find something similar. This one gives 30 pounds of resistance, but you can find smaller bands or thicker bands to give you the resistance that you want. The exercise that I'm doing now is for the caps of your shoulders to get those nice and toned and defined. You can see that I've pulled my feet in a little bit closer together because I need less resistance on the band in order to get these up over my head. So I had to move my feet in a little bit closer, and I'm really focusing on letting that resistance be with me on the way up and on the way down. I think another chronically underdeveloped part of our bodies as women is the backs of our shoulders, and this exercise is one that I learned when I was doing Olympic weightlifting. This is going to work the back of your shoulder to give that a really nice defined look when you're wearing a tank top. You want to have your resistance band up kind of as high as possible so that you're pulling this toward your face. If it's going any lower than that, you're not really working the back of your shoulder, to my knowledge, so you're really working on pulling up and towards your face. The second one is for working your back muscles, and although that's not technically your arms, it is part of your body that shows when you're wearing a tank top, and it's important to have that upper back nice and defined. So for this exercise, you're just pinching your shoulder blades together in the back and pulling that resistance band back as hard as you can, like you're cranking a lawnmower. Now, not everyone will agree with me, but I personally think that as women, we should also work out our chest a little bit. So this is an exercise called a fly, and what this is doing is just bringing in and really flexing your chest muscles. This is going to help lift your breasts a little bit and just give a more refined, toned look all the way across your chest and your arms. These next exercises are for your triceps, which is a part of my body that I have the hardest time working. What I'm doing here is just putting my palms flat against the wall and basically making sure that my elbows touch the wall, and then I push away. When you do the first 2 or 3 of these, they won't feel very hard, but the more you do, the harder they get. And this is really going to work to get that tricep nice and defined. This is another one that I like a lot. And what's kind of cool about these 2 exercises is that if you are a beginner, you can do them against the wall like this. If you're more advanced, you can actually do this on the ground. So imagine this footage just tipped sideways. So you'd be doing this on the ground instead of into a wall. But me personally, I'm still really working on getting my triceps strong again, so I'm choosing to do them on a wall. This exercise is called a milk jug. I'm going to let you watch one and then I'll walk you through the next one. So what you're doing here is starting palms out and coming up over your head, holding for 2 seconds, coming in front of the body, hold for 2 seconds, turn the dumbbells here, that way, and then bring it down. So at each point over your head, 2 seconds, here 2 seconds, this way 2 seconds, and down. And I like to do that for 10 reps. This movement is one that I heard is one of Madonna's favorites, and it's just raising the dumbbells up and down. I'm not sure how much it helps, but she apparently swears by it, so I thought I'd show you this one as well. Now, this last exercise is with a kettlebell. This is again something that you can find at Target. This is really good for targeting your shoulder muscles. Although I will say that if you have weak shoulders or you have pain in your neck or shoulders, you might not love doing these. These are called kettlebell jerks, and it's really just starting at the shoulder and lifting the kettlebell up over your head. I don't want to get too much into the technique of these because again, I am not a certified coach, but I will say it's important to squeeze your buttocks and your abs while doing this to make sure that everything is nice and tight. Now this one is called a kettlebell swing, and although this doesn't do as much for your arms, this is a great way to incorporate cardio into your workout because let me tell you, these will get your heart pumping really fast. And now that I'm editing this video, I see that I didn't conclude the video. So that's it for me, guys. Hope you found this helpful. Love ya, mean it, always. Mwah! And I'll see you in the next one.